Alrighty. Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, depending on when you see this. Hose is back. Alright, we're back with more Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Last time, a lot has happened, but basically, because there's still a lot of things to remember as usual. Last time we went ahead and after the trial of Lada, now I remember her name, we went out to look more evidence. So she still had some more pieces of evidence that we could use, but we need to get more information on Gaudi. We found out that it actually wasn't even Gaudi, it was actually a Steel Samurai blow-up doll that Butz, or Larry had. Apparently it like popped and went to the ocean, and then that's how it showed into the picture. She got all depressed and she's like, I have this. Okay. And then we actually met the second or the original witness that Gumshoe found. Do I remember his name? Not really, other than that he's an old man who works at the boat rental. But also, he is also very, very old. He thinks he runs a noodle shop. He thinks that Phoenix Wright and Maya are also his like grandkids or something. So yeah, and now we're on the trial for that old man to see what he says is true or not, and we're getting a hard time. So let's get into it. Here we go. Alright. I will try my best to remember everything I can remember. Here we go. Court is now in back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw the night of December 24th. Oh, right! Yeah, I remember. Okay. So the old man, eventually, we got to a point where they was like, okay, this is weird. What he's saying is, well, you know, because he is old and he can't remember stuff, but it was like, it's still a testimony, and it was like, okay. What was it? It was that it was still Edgeworth, but Larry was actually there, so we can. No, yeah, because when the gunshots happened, Edgeworth supposedly came over to the rental boat shop to give the boat back, and then that's when the old guy was like, "Oh my God, you were there! You were the guy!" You know. But Larry was actually there too. And actually, he's about to say that was actually Larry who, probably that was Larry who went up to him because he was out looking for his statue, his little blow-up Steel Samurai thing. So here we go. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. But Karma didn't even have to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big breakthrough. Alright, here we go. Alright, that night I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking, I swear this is quieter than usual. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back at the rental dock, ship dock, whatever. Then just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I had looked over at the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, alright. Yes. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Alright. The night of the murder. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. Something wrong, Mr. Wright. There are so many things wrong, I don't even know where to begin. Oh. Okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had got home for the night, so I waited until the coast was clear to speak. And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something and I found it. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butz, what was it you were looking for? What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gaudi. That's surprisingly close to the truth, in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. They quietly slipped the boat back into the rental. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figured it was about searching for about an hour. So I guess it was around 12, yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. Where did the sound come from? Well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked over at the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Oh, wasn't there a boat on the lake? What up, hold up. Well, Mr. Butz? Whoa, everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay. No problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. So you only heard one bang, correct? Yeah. Well, Nick, it was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? Guess I should just start working out the contradictions. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Is it the gunshot thing? A single gunshot? It's gotta be that one, the 2 gunshots, right? Yep. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. The old man just now. Oh, right, we don't even know the man's name. That's right, I forgot. We only know him as like old guy. I don't know. Just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention to at all what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like the customer here. So you got to treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butz. What? You only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Order. Stop that boy. Mr. Butz, you were listening to the radio with your headphones. Yeah, so what? Is that a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Kamm, my opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue? I think he should continue. Your Honor, please allow the witness to continue. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butz. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. Alright. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve, okay. That's why I was listening to all the request shows on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud, like, but I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. That led nowhere. You would listen to your radio at a high volume. Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? Where are we right now again? I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. George, could you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Hold up. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyways, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine. Can't believe I'm continuing this charade. Alright, what Larry heard. I don't care. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's press this one. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can prove it. But I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Okay. Remember exactly when the DJ was saying. Okay, what did he say? What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said to us? Indeed, Mr. Von Komma is a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, Fine. Fine. Very well. Mr. Butz, please testify to the court what the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot. Just when he said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Great, thanks. Are you sure? Of course I am. She said this real... Wait! Does that mean that was 12 o'clock? She said this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how this helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous toaster testimony I've ever heard. But this is one gleaming ray of hope in there. Okay, that signifies it was already midnight when that happened. Yeah, hey, it's almost Christmas. Oh, never mind. It's almost Christmas. I am now confused. God dang it, never mind. It's almost Christmas. Hey, it's almost Christmas. Ooh, that could be something. But I don't think so. We still don't know much about what that would mean. It could be this. It could be that one. Dang it! Because that would suggest that if he heard, I don't know, but no, it doesn't. He didn't say if it was a voice. Okay. Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Well, frick it. I didn't mean to do that again. It was almost Christmas. Because that's suggesting he heard it before. Unless it's this one? Sometime on the 25th or 24th or 5th. No. It wasn't that one. Could it be this again? Two sounds like gunshots after midnight. God dang it. Okay. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Why did we use the same thing twice? Whatever. I mean, it is Larry. This is a weird side thing. Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor? Did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and... almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When you heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. Then that would seem to be the case, yes. Could that mean that was like the third gunshot, maybe? But that contradicts the two testimonies we heard so far, Your Honor. But both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Hold up. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, the witness says he heard a gunshot before. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. What? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butz' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? It has to be maybe because of the third gunshot? Because it said there's 3. Fired 3 times. So those could have been the first 2 and then the original? Right? But the pictures only show... Wait, no. No, this one! Taken automatically on the 24th, 11:50. Right! This must be the first one. We could lead up to this second lake photo. I think he's right. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot from before midnight. It is the second lake photo. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo says December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why the photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. The camera was set to go off to respond to loud noises. Uh-huh. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard the gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night, there were 2 sets of gunshots, with a 25-minute pause between them. Alright. What would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. The camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There's no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness should have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. Guys, I think I'm stumped. What? Shot from approximately 1 meter away. I don't know anything other than the... I don't know. I think it's, if anything, it's probably this. But I just know it's not it either. Wait. Phoenix, is that a smirk I see? Oh, Your Honor, sorry, I wasn't really sure about the evidence. Don't show us evidence that you're not confident with. I'll ask you again. Okay. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Is it because the 3 times? Maybe it could be that. No, it's not. Nope, it is. This is my evidence. It's a murder weapon. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witness who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, okay, I need to understand why this is. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. Is it really that reason? Which I thought about it, but I'm like, does it like accurately depict why that is exactly the one? When then was the last shot fired? I guess that was the one that's in the air, right? Only now have I realized the truth. The third shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. I guess. Hold up. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen at the lake that night. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes. What's wrong, Winnick? I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murder in this case is the same idea as the murder in the other one. What? Are we talking about time frames of 15 minutes again? Maya? Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I have a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Right, I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? Testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? So you finally realized the truth. There could be no other murder here other than, Miles Edgeworth himself. Alright. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Oh, so he's talking about, like D. Vasquez, right? Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. The time of the murder, one boat was on the lake. There which was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired at that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter, but could it have been a suicide? Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence at the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 0:15, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. I'm thinking about something, but I don't know if that would be right. Okay, let's see. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men are on the boat. The murderer and Hammond, Edgeworth and the murderer? Or Edgeworth and Hammond? I think it's still them. Mr. Miles Edgeworth and Robert Hammond. Yes, I believe you are back. That is exactly what I've been telling this court the whole time. You're agreeing with me, and yet what did you just say? The Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before the shot on the boat? Yes, that's what I said. I was just testing you, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, your client has already been declared guilty once. Okay. Well, it's probably the murderer in Hammond. What are you saying? That contradicts what you just told the court. You said that Robert Hammond had been killed 25 minutes before the gunshot. Oh, okay. Let me just load it. Okay, so it's the murderer and Edgeworth. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. As the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50. Okay. He was assumed the cause of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth wouldn't tell us why we went to the lake that night. However, I had a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. Oh. That I didn't know. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. Oh! I get it. So, at first it was Robert Hammond and the murderer. Then the murderer killed Robert Hammond and then disguised himself or like cloaked himself to look like Robert Hammond or just get the idea that he is him because he's not probably like talking or you can't see him. And then that's when then I don't know after that point. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... I don't know? A lot of heart. Can we not say it's the old man? I don't know. Is it I don't know? Because there's no way it's a lot of heart. Unless we're trying to stop for time. I don't know. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. Oh, right. We don't know the murderer's name because it's the old man, right? Because we still don't know his name. You don't know? Again, you waste my time. That's right? I don't know because he never told us. Boom! There you go. Okay. I noticed last second. It counts. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, the old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the shop? Where did he do this? There wasn't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did this murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. Huh? This is where a lot of heart is. This is where Larry was. Well, it's gotta be in the shop then. Right? Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he can meet up with the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. Alright. That night he was put out on the lake in a boat searching for something. Oh, and he said there was no boat outside, right? There was no boats around. Oh, okay. Should have really taken Larry's testimony to account then. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he starts heading home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And again, he said earlier that he didn't see any boats on the lake. And where would that be if he hadn't returned a boat?
The boat shop.
Ah.
Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning.
Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Alright, this is around 11:50. That's when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Right. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake.
Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright?
It's probably the boat caretaker, right? Yeah, but he missed. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, but both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Oh,
wait a minute.
Yes?
Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to shoot anyone?
Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. This is why the murderer had to fire twice.
To create a witness? Or he missed the first shot? What does he mean to create a witness? Like to make sure somebody was looking at them? I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor.
Create a witness?
The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot, then ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake, right? And then the second one would solidify their fact. Indeed, Miss Hart did hear exactly after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol on the boat behind him.
I see. There's someone looking for that edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other.
The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice, to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shopkeeper swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. Yeah, this is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. But we need more evidence. Because right now it's just kind of conjecture, right?
Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop keeper, quickly.
Alright.
Very well. While we're waiting for the testimony, I would like to ask the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, for a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Oh? Okay.
Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said.
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important. I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Bailiff? Your Honor, sir?
Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. Oh, bailiff is like assistant.
What?
What should I do?
Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away.
Oh? Bro's running.
Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I'll extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Have we understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned.
All right. December 27th. Yay, Nick, you did it. Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something. You and Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pink. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet.
What do you mean? Right? There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind.
What is it about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed.
What?
A crime you committed? A memory of a murder.
Is it about that incident? It has to be. It has to be about that DL6, surely. Alright. Let's continue. We got a good solid amount of time. December 27th, 2:11. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about?
A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of murder.
Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed?
I don't believe it.
Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he'd never take someone's life, never. Nick? Yo, what the hell's everyone doing? Larry, what are you doing? What do you think of my performance today? I've been swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh yes, I do remember feeling faint. Hey, remember, she's 17. Right on, tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Don't you have a girlfriend? Huh? Me?
Well, maybe my heart skipped a bit or two. I think you could do better than that.
Come on, I mean, save Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me, yeah. Bow before your hero, bro.
Today's trial. Larry, you really helped out in today's trial.
You did it. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Edgeworth would have been found guilty.
But seriously, Nick, the
boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and... Who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me. Right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with that silent treatment. Okay. What just happened? Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You don't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. Whoa, new music. They saved me, Miles, and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. Which is why he probably said that, what he just said earlier. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry. What's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. A class trial. Class trial, Danganronpa? Stop. A class trial? The class trial. The music's gone. You remember, Larry, spring end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Alright. Every month, kids would bring an envelope with money for lunch from home. I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one in class. So they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we had a classroom trial with me as the defendant. Whoa. This is 3rd grade? Phoenix looks tall. Alright. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Guilty, it was you. Thief. Give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one played with him. Just admit you did it. You can't hide the truth. Don't let the truth. Okay, we get it. Jeez. Damn. He was even punched in. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. Oh. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money has been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Miles? Yo! It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your stolen money it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. You blah blah blah. All the kids are talking. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh, this is Larry. This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up on picking on one person. Just how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. well. I replaced the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were best of friends. Whoa, what a story. Okay. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone, without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd never been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I think it's kind of personal, see? When something smells, it's usually the Butz. Okay. Went back to that lightheartedness eventually. After the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. Oh. I'm going to be a defense attorney just like my father. A famous attorney, defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later that I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like "Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney." Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean that's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? Really? Okay. If I was a defense attorney, I knew he would meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believed in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Oh, now that's kind of sad. It's a like giving back, right? Repayment. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? And also, Larry also helping out Edgeworth too is also like, you know, I'll help him as well. Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Oh. Except I don't remember saying I doing it for free. Ah, Nick, we have to see Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right, it very well might be. First, there's the rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. What? I'd settle for who. I guess I could. I can clean out some of the evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Okay, what did he take out? Okay, he took out the Lotta testimony's not here. He took out the Gordy. He took out some of the other stuff. I think maybe there's like one or two more that's missing. Alright, let's get moving. Edgy, what's up, Edgeworth? You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money? Oh, right. I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it's probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth didn't, you know? The trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does seem like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple. To a fault, even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, that man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. Have you heard the name before? He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Obviously, it's not going to be Edgeworth himself. Yet he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, the three of us were trapped in the elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we had suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of that murder. You lost your memory? Even now, I don't recall what happened in that elevator. There was the crux of Yogi's attorney argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Prosecutor Von Karma. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He was a perfectionist in all things. In court, is in his personal life. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. And not one suspect was declared innocent ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does in his job... Oh, excuse me. To find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! Now's not the time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. We'll be back. Actually, I want to talk to Gumshoe. Oh, never mind. Here he is. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now, I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Eek! No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lada was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. Yeah, apparently he got pretty mad. No one can go in there for a while. Guess Lada's been in a lot of trouble. I already made that joke. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Alright, so we can't go into the parking lot where Lada was. Okay, Larry's not here, right? Huh. The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Edgeworth to show up for work. Alright, let's head to that boat rental. Maybe we could talk to Polly. Maybe Polly's still there. Alright. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. I know that clearing cough out of nowhere. Grossberg!
Hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk. The days of my youth. I like the scent of fresh lemon, you see.
Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow.
That is true, yes. But what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right?
Well, I'm not sure about that.
Oh, what do you mean by that?
Well, I'm not sure.
If you find anything find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance.
Thanks. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Can we go inside? Yes. Polly. Let's talk to Polly. Alright. Nobody's home. Hello. Hello. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello. Hello. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello. Hello. I can't do it anymore. Okay, can we talk to Polly? Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn his heater on. Because he hasn't been here back since the trial. The fishing pole looks expensive. Maybe you should bring it to Detective Gumshoe. Don't you think the caretaker would mind? Don't you think he would mind? Well, we can just leave him the metal detector in exchange. Maybe we better not. What? What? Huh? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Oh. See, that's why I didn't want to tell you. See, Nick, don't people usually put pictures of fish on the wall to boast about them? Yeah, I guess so. You mean pictures of fish they caught, right? Right, but don't all the fish on the wall look pretty puny to you? Well, you know what they say. You should have seen the one that got away. Except the one that got away from us was the caretaker. And we did see him. Why do I feel like we're having two different conversations? It doesn't look like he used the kitchen much. You're right. I guess the whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. Well, you thought he was telling... Wait, you thought he was telling you the truth?
Well, very disappointing. I thought we could talk to Polly.
Oh, well. Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe? He won't be coming back today. Oh, really? You said there was some guy he had to yeah, so he had to find some guy and had to be arrested by tomorrow. The boat shopkeeper. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Good luck, Gumshoe. So, what do we know? The lake sure looks like to cause problems, huh? Well, I did not talk to you. I mean, everything that happened here turned out to be a lie. Gordy was a lie, and the charges against Mr. Edgeworth was a lie. I guess you're right. I mean, I'm glad the charges were all lies, but still. What the freak do I do now? The character makes run for the hills, huh? Yeah, it looks like it. He didn't seem like the bad person. Oh, there's a few policemen here. Must be looking for the caretaker. Good luck. So you're sure we really can't talk to Molly? Oh, the radio. That reminds me, Nick. Polly knows the number to the safe. Oh, that's right. Polly wants the number to the safe. 1128. Squawk. Let's open it, Nick. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Oh, but hey, he keeps it locked, right? There must be something valuable inside. Oh, thank goodness. I'm not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Boring. There's no name on the signature on it. It's written in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick? Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. It's exactly what I figured out today in court. That's all here in perfect detail. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions from their caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who would have written the letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Okay, so somebody told him to do it. There's nothing left. Why the caretaker didn't take the letter with him? He left in a hurry, right? I don't think he could have got back here after the trial. Well, there you go. At least we found some good evidence. Dang it. There we go to Gumshoe. Edgeworth, see this letter? These came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? Who is this old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, Wright. But I don't remember that old man, not at all. So he was following this letter, then. Which means that there's someone else behind it. Two men, meeting myself and Robert Hammond. It also said this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the stature? Whatever, of limitations on the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could it be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident, the one who was found innocent. Yanni Yogi. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. Oh, bailiff is okay, it's an actual term. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned and the darkness closed in on that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was at the hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed that oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. At the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent. Huh? But isn't that straight? Shitty. This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would we want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something else that's been troubling me this past few days. I didn't know whether or not to tell you. I mean, you mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had become committed. I think the time has come to tell all. The nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had that same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It was a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. Want to get out, help? Okay, don't shout. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air, I'll stop you. Oh, the first part, that language, Edgeworth. Excuse me. What are you doing? Stop breathing my air. No, father. He's attacking father. And I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I picked up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father. Oh. Ugh. Oh. Did he shoot his own dad? And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But, that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that's kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shout out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it, that was why the letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth. You mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. Oh, damn. This is bad. What are you going to do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do. Like it or not. If there's someone else who knows a lot about DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick. It's Mia. There's someone else who knows about DL6. It's Mia, right? Alright, but that's gonna do it for this episode. We are getting into quite some juicy stuff, and I'm pretty sure we're about to get Mia back. So that's gonna do it for today's episode. So thank you guys for watching. Good night, good evening, or good morning, depending on when you see this. I'll see you guys next time as we continue, I'm pretty sure, finish the trial of Miles Edgeworth, which is probably leading up to Mia coming back. So yeah. I'll see you guys then. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.